Hello, 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 you guys. It is February 9th, and you know what that means. It's time for our Black History moment. And yesterday I told you guys I was going to start and finish the rest of the month with HBCUs. And so today, yesterday, I kind of gave you a brief overview of what HBCUs are, what it stands for, and really just the impact that they made culturally, especially to the Black community, and what they meant to the Black family. And so today, I told you guys I'm going to get into it. So today, I wanted to start with the 1890 land grant institutions. There are 19 of them. Before I kind of start with the first five. I want to talk about what the 1890 land grant institutions are, what it means, all that kind of stuff. Give you a good foundation before we go ahead and get into it. So, first of all, 1890 Land Grant Institutions program is under the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. It is under the Second Morrill Act of 1890, and this whole purpose is to strengthen research, extension, and teaching in the food and agricultural sciences by building the institutional capacities of the 1890 institutions. So, of course, we're dealing with 19 universities under that, under that premise. So there is the Extension Capacity Building Grants Program, that's the CBG. There's the Facilities Grants Program. And so the Facilities Grants Program includes Tuskegee University, West Virginia State University, and Central State University. The Evans Allen Research Program, Tuskegee University, West Virginia State University, those support agricultural research activities. 1890 extension formula, that pretty much gets into it's crazy. The funds provide useful research-based education opportunities that respond to the changing needs of limited resource clients. So they support farmers of small and medium-sized family farms and new producers in owning and operating viable businesses, enhance the marketing skills of farmers and assist them in placing their products in local, national, and global markets. It's so much to it. So don't discredit 1890 land grant institutions. There's a lot of talk around 1890 land grant institutions, but a lot of people really don't even know what they are and what it means. And so I just kind of just told you what that is. The intent of 1890 Centers of Excellence at 1890 institutions, 1890 COES program is to provide support for Centers of Excellence that were originally established in 2015 in conjunction with the 125th anniversary of the Second Morrill Act of 1890. It's hosted by 1890 land grant institutions with the goals of increasing profitability and rural prosperity in underserved farming communities, addressing critical needs for enhanced international training and development, and increasing diversity in the science, technology, engineering, agriculture, and mathematics STEAM pipeline. If you want to know more about 1890 and the land grant institutions programs, you can go to the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. Is so much more there, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a brief overview of what the land grant institutions are. Again, there are 19 of them. I'm going to give you 5 today. We're going to do Alabama A&M, Alcorn State, Central State, Delaware State, and Florida A&M or FAMU. Those are the 5 I'm going to do today. The other schools are Fort Valley State University, Kentucky State University, Langston University, Lincoln University, North Carolina A&T State University, Prairie View A&M University, South Carolina State University, Southern University System, Tennessee State University, Tuskegee University, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Virginia State University, and West Virginia State University. There are 2 HBCUs that are designated under the Morrill Act of 1862, and that's the University of DC and the University of the Virgin Islands. And so I'm going to be dealing with the ones on the 1890 land grant. And again, I'm starting off with the first 5, and that's Alabama A&M University. Listen, if you don't know, again, I'm not going into like a whole bunch of brief, big details here, but Alabama A&M University is in Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. And it's just what it says, A&M. Usually when you see something, about you see A&M, you're really dealing with different, you're dealing, it's just kind of like a trend, if I could say it. So whenever you see A&M or an A&T, you kind of, know that there's some type of agricultural component in there. So they are an agriculture and mechanical university. So they have more than 60 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs and concentrations, 50 plus student organizations. The university's academic curriculum is organized into 4 colleges. They have the agricultural, life and natural sciences, engineering, technology, and physical sciences, education, humanities, and behavioral sciences, and then, of course, business and public affairs. The president was Dr. Andrew Hugh Guinea Jr. The university was founded in 1875. 1875. Okay. So the mission of A&M is a public comprehensive 1890 land grant institution committed to access and opportunity and dedicated to intellectual inquiry. They have so much more to it. Their vision is to be recognized as the premier land grant institution of choice for students, faculty, staff, and future employers of its students. It goes on to talk about some other things. They have a lot of core values, strategic priorities, but just want to let y'all know what Alabama A&M, where it is. It's in Huntsville, Alabama. Check it out. Alcorn State University. Woo, woo. Alcorn State University. Let's get into it. Alcorn State, again, we're still dealing with land grant institutions here. Alcorn State University was founded in 1871. It is in Mississippi. It was founded in 1871. It was named in honor of the sitting governor of Mississippi, James L. Alcorn. It was a result of the people of Mississippi's efforts to educate the descendants of formerly enslaved Africans. Just as an FYI, the institution's 3 major study components were the 4-year college track, the 2-year track, and the 3-year graded track. The students spent the mornings from 7 o'clock until noon in classes. That was when it was founded in 1871. And, you really want to, know more about these institutions. Alcorn is in Claiborne County, 7 miles west of Lorman, 80 miles south of the capital city of Jackson, 45 miles south of Vicksburg, and 40 miles north of Natchez. And you hear a lot about Natchez in some type of in typical stories about slavery. If you've read Tennessee Coates' latest book, his latest novel, I have it here, The Water Dancer, he talks about, a lot of the, he doesn't call them slaves in this book, by the way. He doesn't call them slaves. He calls them their tasks, the tasks. They talk about people going Natchez way. It was really talking about them going west towards Mississippi. And so it's just a historical reference to that. So just as an FYI. So Alcorn State University, in 1878, it became Alcorn Agriculture and Mechanical College. It was exclusively for males at first. But eventually they did open it up to women. In 1902, they built a dormitory for women. And so it stretches across 220. Okay, the original purchase of the university was 225 acres of land. It is now more than 1,700 acres. So that's Alcorn State University. Alcorn State University. And I want to get into some of their academic programs, if I can get to it. So they have the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, Arts and Sciences, Business, Education and Psychology, Nursing, and then they have Graduate Studies. That is Alcorn State University. Okay, Central State University, and some of these you guys have probably never heard of, and that's why I'm bringing it to you, because you need to know your history. Again, how can you grow from your past if you don't know what's in your past? So Central State University is in Ohio. Is named Central State began its parent institution is Wilberforce University, named after the great abolitionist William Wilberforce, established at Toowoomba Springs, Ohio in 1856. It is affiliated with the AME Church, the African Methodist Episcopal, and is one of the oldest Black administered institutions of higher education in the nation. So you need to know about Central State. Just you really do. And I'm not saying you don't need to know about all of them. That's why I'm running down these institutions for you. But you just kind of, a lot of people don't hear about Central State. You don't hear about some of these schools, and it's really really a shame that we don't hear about some of these. And this is why there's so much talk in the HBCU community around land grant institutions, especially in enrollment. So, and in today, Central State University is expanding their STEM ag. They call it STEM ag instead of STEAM. They call it STEM ag. It's science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and agriculture. So instead of putting the agriculture in between engineering and math to reference STEAM, they're calling it STEM ag. And I understand that because other people are referencing STEAM and they're using the A for arts and not agriculture. So I get why they're doing that. And so they're developing partnership with Ohio's agriculture industry, enhancing facilities and engaging the local communities, all for the future growth and sustainability of the university. So just something there. I want to get to their academics. They have a College of Business, Education, Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences, Engineering, Science, Technology, and Agriculture. They have locations in Dayton and Xenia. So just as FYI, please get to know Central State. If you're in Ohio, you're looking for an HBCU, you're interested in certain things, you want to check out Central State University, okay? And they have multiple locations. Delaware State University, it's in Delaware. No big surprise there. So let's go ahead and get into some of the history of Delaware State University. Why don't you? It was founded in 1891 as the State College for Colored Students. That was the original name of Delaware State University. It was the State College for Colored Students. The current population of DSU, Delaware State University, is 64% African American enrollment, an increasing number of Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, and other international students. I think that's fantastic. I really do. They have a 356-acre campus. They do still have centuries-old buildings on campus. They have 42 undergraduate degree options, 16 master's degree programs. That's pretty good for a campus of that size. It's considered a small campus. That's pretty good for a campus of that size. And 5 doctoral degree programs in the areas of interdisciplinary applied mathematics, mathematical physics, and educational leadership. That's awesome. So they're doing pretty good. I want to get into, so they are in Dover, the capital of Delaware, by the way, 1.5 hours away from major cities like Philly, Baltimore, DC, Ocean City Beach. So they have campus, and of course the main campus is in Dover, Delaware. They have a campus in Georgetown. Georgetown is home to the Connected Degree Program in partnership with DSU and DTCC. They have DSU Wilmington. So, and so I think it looks like that's where they have some partnership for their master's programs. But that is Delaware State University. It is in Dover, Delaware. And I want to get into a little bit more of the history if I can get to it. Here we go. So I think it's again, learning from your past. So Delaware State University, again, it was the Delaware College for Colored Students, was established May 15, 1891 by the Delaware General Assembly, again, under the Morrill Act of 1890. With the appointment of an inaugural 6-member board of trustees, that governing body used part of the initial $8,000, that's what they got, $8,000 state appropriation to purchase 95 acres. 95 acres north of the state capital of Dover to establish the new college. I think that, I mean, listen, it's just amazing. So just, I just, again, I think that's amazing to grow from 95 acres to what they have now is just really kind of phenomenal. But again, just looking at the growth and how far they've come. So in 1912, courses of study were changed to academic, agriculture, mechanic, arts, and domestic science. So, you know, you got to understand land grant institutions. Again, yesterday I talked about the foundation of HBCUs and the Black family and the Black community. And so we've always been good. It's not a bad thing to turn you to be a farmer. It's not like, oh my God, like to be a homemaker. That was our foundation. Okay. That's what we were good at. Okay. We come on. So just, you got to renew your mind about your history and know where you came from. It's not always bad. So this Delaware State University went from a 95 acre property to 356 acre pedestrian campus. I think it's really pretty amazing. It's really pretty outstanding, the work that they've done and how far they have come. So they have several accreditations. They have the Commission for Education and Nursing, the Council on Social Work Education, the Accreditation Commission for Programs and Hospitality Administration, the Council for the Accreditation of Educator Preparation, and the Accreditation Council for Education and Nutrition and Dietetics. The university's College of Business is an accredited member of AACSB International, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, and AACSB is not easy to get. I'm just going to tell you. And we're going to finish off today with FAMU. Woo woo. Of course, I knew about FAMU growing up because I have family members that graduated from there. Of course, you live in the state of Florida, you won't hear about FAM, the Marching 100, all of that kind of stuff. So FAMU is the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University. Just so y'all know, just because folks, you know, kind of get amnesia, it is in Tallahassee, Florida. And again, remember, we're talking about 1890 land grant institutions here. So just gonna get your mind wrapped around it. We're gonna be dealing with this for a while because there are 19 of them, by the way, just so you know, there are 19 of them. So most people, again, know FAM from their band, you know, the Marching 100 and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But again, you're going to know about it. So FAMU was founded as the State Normal College for Colored Students. So you kind of see a pattern here. Delaware had the same kind of language. It was the same here in Florida. And it was founded on October 3rd in 1887. Classes began with 15 students and 2 instructors. Can you believe that? 15 students, 2 instructors. FAMU is just blown up phenomenally, and it's the only HBCU in the 11-member state university system of Florida. It's amazing. In 1884, Thomas Van Rensselaer Gibbs, a Duval County educator, was elected to the Florida legislature. And, you know, really basically, you know, a lot of his influences were kind of pushing, got the bill passed. And, you know, FAM has been kicking ever since. I mean, it's just really been kicking ever since. In 1891, they received $7,500 under the land grant. Delaware got $8,000. FAM got $7,500. And so they just grown and just has really just exploded. And you know a lot of you know, alumni, a lot of people that come out of these universities. I really didn't want to focus on a lot of the alumni so much as just giving you a background history. You can go out there and Google alumni of a lot of these universities, but you want to get into, you know, a lot of stuff. The 50s and 60s were times of social unrest and change in the nation. Students of FAMU were integral in sparking a boycott of the buses in Tallahassee that successfully staged integrated the city's public transportation. So FAM is no stranger to politics and equality and social justice and all that kind of stuff. They've always been, you can clearly see that they've been in the heart and thick of it. They're in activism. So it's not surprising that you see, you know, a lot of political figures rolling up out of FAMU because it's part of their history and what, you know, they've kind of really been a part of. And so this is foundational. Just really foundational. Yeah, they've been in the news for some controversial stuff. It's no different than other schools that just had some issues and some challenges with, but again, a lot of conversation around land grant institutions and what's happening, and different stuff like that. So their accrediting agency is SACSOC. So I just throwing some stuff out there, but their academics, I'm trying to get to their program. So their academic, they actually have the Center of Excellence 1890. So they get some grant from the Center of Excellence, the 1890 Center of Excellence. So they have, I'm gonna run down the colleges and schools that they have. They have a lot. They have a total of 98 degree programs, 54 bachelor's degrees, 29 master's degrees, 3 professional degrees, and 12 doctoral degrees. 3 professional degrees include the Juris Doctor, JD, Pharma D, that's the Doctor in Pharmacy, and the Doctor of Physical Therapy. 12 doctoral programs include 11 PhD degrees, 1 Doctor of Public Health. The PhD degrees include biomedical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, pharmaceutical sciences, physics, educational leadership, environmental science, and entomology. They have an enrollment of nearly 11,000 students. And yes, they are part of Florida State University system. The accrediting agency is, like I said, SACSOC, that is the Southern Association of Colleges, Schools, Commission-owned colleges. Here are all of their colleges and schools. They have the College of Agriculture and Food Sciences, Education, Engineering, FAMU, FSU, Law, Pharmacy, and Pharmaceutical Sciences, Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities. They have the College of Science and Technology. Then they have the School of Allied Health Sciences, Architecture and Engineering Technology, School of Business and Industry, School of the Environment, Graduate Studies and Research, Journalism and Graphic Communication, and then they have the School of Nursing. So it's something for everybody at every HBCU. I don't want to hear anybody talking about you can't get a quality education at the HBCU, because that's a lie from the pit of hell. You can get, listen, Black is not inferior. And you get a great quality education from HBCU. I ran down the statistics to you yesterday about HBCUs and what we contribute to culture. And so those are the first 5 1890 land grant institutions. I'll get into the next 5 tomorrow until we run through all 19. Y'all know I'm going to be hype about all of them, but I'm going to be super extra hype about Tuskegee because that is my alma mater. So deal with it. But you will see how a lot of schools spin off from others. And so, there, like you saw where Central State, you saw that it was a sister school to Wilberforce University. There's so many spin-offs. You're going to see a lot of connection between Hampton, Howard, Tuskegee, and a lot of different other schools. They branch off, sister schools here, sister schools here, sister schools there. There are a lot of relationships because there was nothing new under the sun. It was just really helped. It wasn't about competition. It was about expanding the opportunity to educate. Back then the term was color, to educate as many colored people as possible, because it was not only illegal during slavery, it was just, unheard of. And so when you have the opportunity to educate yourself just to functionally read and write, you realize just how much important it is for you today. You owe it to your ancestors, to yourself, to know how to functionally read and write, but to pursue education. Education isn't just about getting a good job and career. It's so much more than that. It's just way more than that. So that's today's Black History lesson on 1890 land grant institutions. I'll be back tomorrow with the next 5. Have a fantastic day. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Bye.